The New York Yankees have just made a sneaky trade, and more moves could be coming, while Dave Roberts also revealed he was terrified of the Yankees taking the series to 6 games, and we're going to break it all down. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into the video as always. But also, guys, very quickly, if you could subscribe to the channel, it would mean the world. It really helps us out. And 23% of viewers are subscribed, while 76% are not. Let's get those numbers better, guys. We could do it. But let's talk some baseball, guys. The New York Yankees made a very sneaky trade, and we're going to get into that in a second. But I can't get over the fact that that Dodgers manager Dave Roberts revealed he was terrified of the World Series going to 6 games and going back to Los Angeles, as he revealed to Mookie Betts on Mookie's podcast, mentioning, I'll tell you this publicly, I was so afraid to come back to Los Angeles for Game 6. Roberts did not want this series to get stretched out more and more, as obviously, aside from the fact that the Dodgers were up 3-0, so obviously it gives the Yankees a better chance to win. He really did believe the Yankees' best chance at winning was if they kept going. Also, leave a like to the video. That's with the thumbs up. But guys, here's the deal. Dave Roberts went out there and said this, and he's right. I mean, the Yankees would have gotten better as time went on. I mean, the team looked like they were kind of figuring out what they were doing in the World Series after really not having any semblance of, like, an idea of what to do. Things did sort of start ugly, and then the Yankees got it together. I mean, they looked good. They were able to score in Game 5, and then going into Game 6, Carlos Rodon would have been pitching, and the Yankees bullpen was dangerous, and it was very obvious that the Dodgers did not want to see a Game 7 where the Yankees would have been doing a bullpen game. They feared the worst if that had happened, and I think they're right to, honestly. The Yankees easily could have went out there and just done their thing and won that World Series, honestly, in an incredible comeback had they won Game 5. It felt like winning Game 5 would have been a massive move to get over the hump. However, alas, that did not happen. The New York Yankees did not get the job done, and they're going to have to go back and do it again after some free agency moves, and the free agency moves have begun for the New York Yankees. Now, as mentioned, the New York Yankees made a trade, a very sneaky trade, and they moved Trammel off the team. Obviously a very, very interesting move, as the deal comes just one day after they added him back to the 40-man roster, along with right-handed pitcher Yerry De Los Santos and catcher J.C. Escarra. Had the Yankees not brought Trammel up, the Astros, or any other team, because they did trade him to the Astros, could have signed him without the Yankees receiving anything in return. So the Yankees knew they were going to get rid of Trammel, who's just been wildly disappointing since getting drafted 35th overall by the Reds a good amount of years back now. And basically the Yankees wouldn't have got anything back. So now they were able to get some cash back for him since they put him on the 40-man roster. So good quick move by the Yankees to get that done. And that does open up some more spots. It does give them a bit more money for them to play around with in free agency. And obviously that's going to be a big thing for the New York Yankees. The free agency now is as crucial as it's ever been for them. Not just because of Juan Soto, but just for basically acquiring more talent, becoming a great team that built on making the World Series for the first time in 15 years. And it's also mentioned that Trammel only suited up in 5 games for the Yankees before getting DFA'd for the 3rd time in just over a month. This also happened when he was on the Dodgers, so he did actually get a ring from the Dodgers this season for playing for them. And in 2 plate appearances with New York, he recorded a hit and a walk while scoring 2 runs. The 27-year-old spent most of the season with the Yankees' AAA affiliate in Scranton Wilkes Barre for the Rail Riders, and Trammel slashed 256, 381, and 488 with 18 home runs, 63 RBIs, and 20 stolen bases in 106 games. In 126 MLB games, Trammel has managed a career batting average of just 167 with 15 home runs and an OPS of .633, if you want to call it that, because I guess that is what it's called after all. But look, Trammel was not going to do anything for the New York Yankees, so the New York Yankees and Brian Cashman decided to move on from him and to get some cash in return, free up a roster spot, free up a spot on the 40-man roster in general. So this is a good move for the Yankees in the sense of you get cash back for a player you were never going to use. I mean, no real loss there. The Astros are going to try to find something in Trammel that no one else could. And it'll be interesting to see what they could do with him, though he'll probably just be somewhere in the minor leagues for them, most likely. Look, man, the Yankees are going to have to go out there and use as much money as humanly possible to go out and bring Juan Soto back. I mean, obviously the Mets are going to go all in for him. The Toronto Blue Jays seem like they'll be gunning for him. Even the Los Angeles Dodgers have seemingly been ready to go out there and trying to get Juan Soto off the Yankees and to build the greatest team of all time. Hopefully that doesn't happen. That would suck for everyone involved. But look, obviously the New York Yankees, they need to go out there. They need to make something happen. They need to become a little bit better than they were. They were a great team. There's a reason why they made the World Series. But still, they do have room to improve. And that's not just with Juan Soto. It's finding out how to get the best pitching possible for this team and just filling out that back end of the lineup, which was just hideous. As you could see, Alex Verdugo's in this photo celebrating something that he took no part in. Verdugo was terrible throughout the entire playoffs. You cannot really have him come back, and you do have Jason Dominguez, which is going to help there. But you do have some other lineup spots to fill out and to make sure the New York Yankees have the best team possible so they can go out there and make the World Series and hopefully win the World Series this time. And it's not going to be easy to do that. So getting as much money as possible is such a huge help to getting to where you want to be if you're the New York Yankees. And I mean, look, I do think this could be setting up something bigger because really it just feels like the New York Yankees are going to go out there and make some sort of big splash. They obviously know they have to, so I think we're at a point now where the Yankees are just terrified of losing Juan Soto, so they're going to go out there and they're going to bring Juan Soto back. They got the Garrett Cole deal done, as we all saw, and now they're going to have to go back and get this Juan Soto deal done. It becomes a question of if they're going to be able to. It becomes a question of who else they're going to sign. There's a bunch of other interesting free agents out there that they can go get, but with Soto being the marquee one that most people are going to be going after, they're going to have to find a way to do something to keep him around. Essentially, they just have to keep Soto, man. But it just goes to more than that. It's the team had holes. What is going to happen with Gleyber Torres? He obviously wasn't qualified. The only player qualified was Juan Soto, so Torres could leave. It would be I'd still be kind of surprised if Gleyber Torres is back with the New York Yankees next season. It just feels like his time with the Yankees is coming to a close, and we're going to see what the New York Yankees go out there and do, honestly, because you got positions to fill. You got guys who you want to bring in. There's obviously some other interesting prospects like the Japanese pitcher who I've been thinking about for the majority of this video and whose name I cannot remember. I'm sounding like a casual right now, guys. I can't remember his name, but look, he's someone who's going to be very important to go after. The Yankees have to have a successful offseason. They had one last season and it brought them to the World Series. You have another one, it'll bring you a World Series win. It's just this progressive growth. I mean, Aaron Judge turns 33 in like 6 months. He's not young anymore, man. How many more years of Aaron Judge do we realistically have? We don't want to make that gamble. We need to go out there and get this man a ring for the New York Yankees. He still doesn't have one. And if the Yankees never get him one, he is going to go down as one of the all-time great Yankees to never win a World Series. And that is not what happens with most all-time great Yankees. That is not what you want to hear. Usually an all-time great Yankee is a handful of rings, not literally zero. So not just re-signing Juan Soto, but going out there and getting a ton of different free agents is going to be important here. Hal Steinbrenner is going to have to be willing to pay some money. Hopefully he is. He has not been for the majority of the time. It has been adamant that the payroll the Yankees have now is just not going to be sustainable. However, I do imagine they are going to bring back Juan Soto because Hal understands the importance. As I hit my pop guard, I think this is the second time I've done this in a row on a video. But guys, let me know what you think down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Yankees.